Hey, how you doing, Gemini? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your weekend ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, check your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Geminis? Okay. I'm hearing it looks like there's a lot more coming to you than that. Now I feel like you guys are trying to get away with something here, or feeling like you could support yourself with something and wanting to know that you could get it, wanting to know you can get it. Start speaking and believing. It says you will get it. Winning is something that you do, and it does say you can war with yourself as much as you want, but I know that I can have my mind made up and I will please myself and have good karma. Okay, and that could be your energy. Your energy is coming up in this reading, okay, with the Lovers card. All right, and I do see here, you guys could be manifesting some money. You guys could be sorting out your life. You guys could be talking into existence good karma, good fortune, good love life, good family, good heaven sent blessings is what I'm picking up for you guys. Not realizing whether or not it's going to change your mind or even your life in certain ways that you won't want, but it does say you would rather know that you have good karma than see yourself in a doubt or in lack or in a mind game of your own. Okay. I see some of you guys feel really confident about something as well, and wanting to build upon your wars in your mind, things that you've been thinking about, doing good to God. For some of you guys that really believe in God and the Most High, you have justice. It says, I believe in you. So someone believes in you. There is some justice here. Okay. All right. Confidence is the key. It says, I have to have confidence and I believe I can win. All right. So well done. So let's see what else is going on. It says, not long ago, someone stole from you or took from you or took advantage of you. It says, you will believe that this past person will never speak to you again. Okay. So you believe, look, this past person, whoever that was, ain't going to speak to you again. Okay. There is a decision here for you to hound in on what it is that you want and not speak about bad news, but positivity. Okay. It does say, I've noticed that I have a lot of luck when I speak to God, and believe you me, it is God I am speaking to. Okay. It does say you believe in God and you worship nothing but love and light, and juicy negative energy is not going to come into your mind. Practice good karma and your wealth is yours. Okay. Blessings. Okay. All right. It looks like you guys could be studying something as well and seeing something from your own perspective and noticing that bad news is not there. When you worship God in a good way, it will work in your favor. Okay. It does say there is a lack when you feel like ether or humans that believe in ether are not going to be righteous. But it says sometimes you have to believe in God in a worldly world where God exists in life and not in any kind of state of mind that is not really there. Okay. All right. So what I'm picking up with that as well is that, blessings come in all different forms through people as well, physical beings, people blessing you and wanting you to change your ideas in good ways. It says bad news though, you can't speak about it. You just have to know that people are there and they will sponsor you and help you and bring out the worst or the best in you, but you promise yourself better news. Okay. All right. So I do see you are loving on yourself and you are changing certain things about you. You are changing your mind games as well to play what is fair and what is not fair, understanding what is right and what is not right. I do see you are nervous about something that you have been told, or even smartly it says smartly seeing that you don't have to have bad news. It says, I warred with her. I noticed that I warred with her and I walked away. I didn't realize what she was doing, but she was going to war with me, and I felt like this, but it's not really going to work out. Suddenly I believe that I'm not speaking about it, but I'm not going to talk about this female anymore. She's studying me, or she sees that I'm not that great, and I don't want to feel like she knows everything, but she knows that I'm not going to be good for her. Okay, so it could be a person that has walked away and is saying these things to himself. All right. It does look like you have better news anyway, because you're laughing all the way to the it says all the way to the judge. It says all the way to the judge, because warning, you don't have to speak, but you don't have bad news. You've just got good karma to talk about paying off someone and moving on. So some of you guys may be paying off somebody and moving on as well. It says you live for yourself and you have great news. By word of mouth, you have great news. I wondered if I could support you and say, yes, you will pay this. So you probably will have a lot more to come. In God's world, you will have a lot more to come to wealthily bless yourself and give abundance to all and many. Okay? That is beautiful. I'm picking up for some of you guys as well that, you know, like, you know, when you're paying off things in life, all right, like debt or finances and stuff like that, those things can bring in blessings. All right, those things can bring in blessings. Okay, so I know sometimes you might think, oh, you know, I'm struggling to pay my bills. Don't worry, another day, another month, another year, you'll notice money just comes in out of nowhere, because you've been working so hard on your blessings through, you know, making sure that you are determined that you help others, okay, through your hard work and, you know, your strengths, your commitments and stuff like that. That good fortune just starts to follow you. All right. So it says wonderful news is occurring, and great news and gravity is going to release you from a lot of health issues and problems. See yourself in a way that you can have warnings, and never mind subjecting yourself to problems. You will now see good karma come. I do see someone is also spying on what they can take. It does say there's a child here that doesn't want to take any more for granted. It does say this mean girl was noticing me as I ran out the building. So some of you guys, someone was noticing someone as they ran out the building. It does say she was laughing at me, and I could tell that she may have laughed at me if she saw me. It does say many of you will feel like this, or even think that the person that you are trying to steal from is not going to steal from you. She will take back what is hers, and she will mean it too. It says you truly need to end something though, and stop saying that you've got to go away in your mind to pray for help. It does say bad news is coming. If you feel this way, it does say you're warning yourself. Nothing is set in stone, but people do not want to see you in a bad way. So warn yourself, blessings are coming and good karma is coming. All right. All right. It says love life is certainly going to be beneficial once you see a new partner come into your life. It says a person is already there or about to enter your life. See them soon. Wow. So you guys may have new love experience coming up in your future. Okay. All right. And you may have the opportunity to choose, you know, the person based on what you feel like you think is right for you about the person. You know, hopefully you feel like the person is going to be good for you. All right. It does say better news though, because it doesn't say it's always that great, but you'll see better news come if it's not that great. It says a person is not going to ignore you, but doesn't want to see you in a bad way, and will see you as great news and wonders what you're doing in life, and always looking forward to better news to come with you. All right. So it says you do not know how to speak to me. At times I war with you, and I wonder, where am I going with this? I war with you so you can have great beneficial things in life, and I didn't realize I was harming you. I just don't want you to feel hurt that I'm doing something behind your back. I'd rather speak to you and have great news, and don't want to speak to you about bad news. Okay. This could be a Capricorn or an earth sign, but I'm also seeing it could be your partner as well for some of you guys. That could be in, you know, a serious relationship, or even in a committed relationship, like maybe a marriage or some sort, or maybe you just work closely with a person here, and this person wants to see you in a good way. Okay. It says I'm nurturing my finances with people that want to see me in a good way, and I war with myself to make sure that I do so. All right. I'm not going to commit to anyone that's going to give me grief. I'm going to war with myself until I make sure everything is paid off and karma comes to me in a better way. Okay. It does look like you are in love with someone, or you're seeing someone, and it does look like the absolute best partner in the world. Wow. Some of you guys are like, I've got the best partner in the world. Okay. Maybe you guys help each other and stuff like that. So that's really good. It does say that obviously you have nice times ahead of you, and you have great news to tell, and spread the word. You do well in your mind about things that you want to achieve, and you don't want to see any bad news come to anyone. Okay. It says that you now know that you have been making offers of people not really hearing you much these days, but do see that you have offers to give yourself in great gravities. Good news is above you and beyond you. Happy New Year. You will see good news come to you in the new year. So something is about to, bless you in the new year as well, Geminis, okay? You have taken the opportunity with a school or some options with your children, and it does say bad news was blocking your mind from success. Some of you guys may be feeling guilty from words of war or people around you that stroked their ego too much and blindfolded you with negative karma. It says negative karma is released from you, and you now will see beneficial things that are going to help you to provide good karma and success. That is bloody amazing. All right. So it says work on your sins and work on your mind, because troubles is never going to be yours, and I love you to the day I die. I worship you and I worship the ground you walk on. Wow, this is amazing. So someone's really, really in love with you here, really, really likes you, really, really wants to work with you, in ways of your partnership being, a blessed one, even if you're not around the person as well. Someone really is blessing you here. I do see someone is tidying up their mind in the background for some of you guys that don't see the person, and is wanting to know how they can spend their life with you in a good way. It says struggles have been there. I called you a HOE. I told you you was no longer going to be my friend. I told you you was not worthy. I told you you would sin and you'll never be good. I warned myself to stop speaking like this and tell you that you're bloody better off without me. You're going to be a friend of mine, not anymore, but you're going to be a person that loves yourself and has a good relationship with someone. A person out there is going to want you, okay? And that is for maybe an ex-partner that doesn't see you anymore. But it does say beautiful energies are there with you now. For some of you guys that are in a nine-mindedness, though, worried still about things that you've got going on with your person but don't know what to do. It says mindfully so, your person is working with you and now wants to know, how do you speak about things that are going to warn you of problem solving? How do we fix this? How do we compare our differences and fix our differences so we compare good karma in our minds and sponsor our relationship to be a harmonious one? Wow, so your partner's ready to work with you and sort out differences so that you can work on a harmonious relationship. That is so beautiful, Gemini. All right. Yeah, honing in on the problems and taking care of the chores is what I'm hearing. Okay, it does say both of you are evil in your mind at times to each other, but it does say, warning, I will not be evil to you all day and all night. I do not want to hear that you're probably going to hate me for this, that I didn't give you enough love, enough sex, enough good talking to, or maybe even good communication to help you. I don't want to know that you're talking to me in a bad way, and I'll sell my soul to you in a way where I'm going to see you in a good way. I can't wait to hear the good news. So someone can't wait to hear some good news about you, or good news about your love life, or good news about things overall for you. It does say, I warn myself, stop speaking about her in bad ways. She's not going to live her life in bad ways if I keep talking about her in negative ways. I try to warn myself, stop speaking about her in bad ways. So someone's warning themselves not to speak about you in bad ways, or you could be, warning yourself in some way, Gemini, not to speak about someone in bad ways, but you have problem solving to do, and you have people saying that they do see you in good ways and they do walk all over you at times, but you don't want to walk all over them anymore. You've seen the error of your ways, or you've seen things about yourself that you need to no longer see as bad, and you want to work on yourself and have a great relationship just like theirs. Some of you guys may see a partnership in your mind and feel like, well, I needed to have something like that, something that was going to give me a great relationship, something like theirs. I understand they had something great going on with their person and they're working through their differences, mindfully so, not speaking about who they are, but I wonder if I could have a great relationship like theirs. Wow. Okay, so you admire, someone's relationship around you here. Okay, and it does say you ideally want to sort this out for yourself. You don't know which way to go sometimes to take the risk. You do want to know that your person is there, or probably going to give you a hard time because they may not have changed. But some of you guys want to work on punishing yourself and saying, well, maybe it was me, and I don't know if I could have been the one to tarnish the relationship or destroy it, or maybe even put in negative energy to make the person not want to speak to me anymore, or sleep with me anymore, or even stay away from me at times, or maybe even too long when they don't come home on time, or when I can't see them often. Okay, it does say that you would rather see your friend not in a bad way and probably not in a negative way, and you want to reduce the negativity so that you can hone in on the positivity and see your friend in a better mind than you have received in the past. It says she knows that I love her. I just can't compare myself to a problem that I've been giving her. I see that I'm not going to see her again, but I probably am not going to give her any negative energy anymore. I can't see myself doing that, because once I gave myself to her, I said I can't give you any more, and I realized I've got to release you and let you go and let someone else love you, because you deserve the world. You are adored and you are very special. Okay, could be dealing with another air sign person or a water sign person here. Okay, it does say I need to respect you, because my mind tells me off. I've insulted you to the max, and my words, will I even feel my own wrath at time when I'm insulting you this hard? It's really bad of me to say certain things that I've said to you, and I war with myself so much that I can't believe it. I'm never going to see her again, and now I know why, because I'm insulting her so much. Wow. So someone could have been insulting you so much, whether this is to your face or behind your back. Okay, someone feels like, look, I need to stop this now because I realize why it's not working. I keep hurting this person. Okay, all right, so let's see what else is going on. I love you, and I can't stand that I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything, and I can't stand that I can't. So someone's like, look, I can't stand that I can't even give you anything, and I can't stand it that I can't do that. It's like, I love you and I need you to support your mind, but I can't be there for you. So someone needs you to just support your mind, because they know that they can't be there for you. They've studied leaving you and moving on and walking away, but can't realize enough how hard it's been with you in their mind to support yourself. Without anyone else, you would have never have done it, but you did it. You supported yourself no matter what. You helped yourself with everything, and you laugh because you give yourself very good news with your mind. It says she taught me a lot. I could tell myself that she taught me so much. Okay, so this person thinks you've taught them a lot. You've taught them so much. It says, I grieve though. I grieve with envy. At times I grieve with jealousy, nervousness, punishments in my mind, hurting myself and hurting her. How dare I treat this woman this way? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This person's punishing themselves for how they've treated you. Okay. All right. Oh dear, Geminis. Okay. I love you though. I don't want you knowing, but I love you. So this person doesn't want you to know, but they do love you, but they know that they've treated you wrong and they don't want to see you anymore, and they certainly wanting to work on things that they can war about in their mind. They're studying things that they can look into and solve on their own. They're seeing themselves as a negative mind, and they are changing that, for the war has been over. It says, send him back to me. I will deal with him. The war is now over. Okay. So someone here, another person, is chiming in and protecting you, or has been protecting you. Okay. It says guilty conscience of her has never been the answer. You stay there and look into your own shadow. Deal with your own wrath. You detrimental nervous wreck is what someone's telling someone. Now it could be, you know, someone could be telling this someone could be saying that to a water sign. Someone could be saying that to Aries. Someone could be saying that to an earth sign, or it could be an Aries, a water sign, or an earth sign that's saying it to one of these, you know, individuals. Okay. It does say you all are working on this as well in your own ways, and dealing with things that you should not speak about sometimes, but you war with yourself so much that you're angry at someone or a negative man around you, or a person that never appreciated you. It says, war with me. Go on, because you never wanted to see that I had good news, but war with me. I will never war with you. It says this mind game of this Leo or this Aries, it says the Aries does not want to war, but does want to see better news come with success or sex. It says you war with me, I will war with you. You give her good karma, and don't speak to her again if you're not going to give her good karma. You loved her so much to the point where you hurt her. Is that how you show love? It says you should be ashamed of yourself. You should never show anyone love in that way. Okay, you could be dealing with you know, it could be you guys saying this, or a mother figure, or maybe even an earth sign Capricorn, or even a water sign female. It could be an Aquarius I'm picking up for some of you guys as well. or an Aries. It says some of you guys don't need to speak, but I can see the bad coming in you. When I see the bad coming in you, it's not you, it's me. I've been dealing with a nightmare. How dare he speak to us like this and make us feel like it's a shame that we have to live in this way, a shame that we have to war in this way, a shame that we have to give each other a nice good time in this way. It says it's not going to be a good way for me, but I see where bad news was coming in, and I see where bad news is going away. I'm dealing with this, and I'm not going to leave him, but I will leave him in a way where he has to understand he cannot speak about me or you in this way, and he will deal with my wrath. I will nervously give him time out and realize that I have to leave. It's not going to be easy, but I've got to let go. I've got to let go of you, and I've got to let go of him, and I've got to let go of everyone. The time is near where I have to release myself from everyone. The United Kingdom, the noise it makes, everyone. I've got to move on. So this person may be thinking about traveling and moving on from this person and from everyone, whoever it is. Okay, it says he knows he shouldn't be telling me off or cursing me or putting me down or making me feel sad. Why does he do that? Negative, evil man like him does not know how to speak to me or even treat me or even tell me nice things anymore. I used to get nice things like I love you and I care about you and I wonder about you, but he doesn't even tell me those things anymore, and I wondered why he was treating me this way. It's not just you, is it? He's treating me like this too, and I realize that now. And now I know that he's treating me like that. I can't hear that he's going to give you that wrath and giving me it. So I've got to give you better news and see that he's not treating you that way, and also not treating me that way. Because how dare I even hurt you as a person, as a parent, as a bloodline relative? How could I give you nervousness and problems to the point where I've hurt you so much, to the point where another person came in that I chose to hurt you too? Wow. So I'm picking up there's a parent here that realizes that a so-called stepfather has come in and hurt you in some type of way or been talking negatively about you, but it's like only now realizing after the fact that this person realizes now that they're not just hurting you, they're hurting that person too, saying some really, really bad or nasty things. Okay. So let's see. It says you have to have smart ideas though. Keep it all to your mind and don't say anything more. I realize what I've done and I've hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm chiming in because I have to hear myself. I am sorry I dealt with you this way. My child, my daughter, my everything. I'm sorry that I told you off. I'm sorry that I gave you bad news. I am sorry I let this man deal with you in such a bad way. I can't believe I gave you this problem. Okay, some of you guys, you know, it may even be the raft of a mother's tongue that led you to pick up, you know, certain individuals in your own romantic life that, you know, the person didn't treat you very well, so to speak. But it says, I know that, and I gave myself to God and said, why did I do that to my child? My sisters told me off. My brothers told me off. Everyone told me that I shouldn't have dealt with you in this way. I should have gave you the word of God. I should have gave you love. I should have gave you confusion in a way where it was going to be punishment, but not bad punishment, not evil, the way I've been cursing you and sending your life to hell and many other places that I would not even dream of going myself because I hurt you. Wow, Geminis. Wow. This person's really letting rip on you know, the things that they felt like they've been doing to you. Okay, whether this is to your face or behind your back. All right. It does say this person realizes now not to speak, but they have better news, realizing that nothing is set in stone, or people will tell you off and give you bad cautions. But it says no one's saying this right now apart from you. And it says you always knew that you had problems with me. Why did you always tell me off that way? I never wanted to hear that you had bad news for me, or even pride over ego and hurt me. Why did you do that? So much so to the point you made me nervous, you made me jealous, you made hell for my life, and I felt like bad news was going to conquer me in my mind. I never told myself enough times that it was going to be evil, and I never told myself enough times that it was going to be bad, but I realize it is bad now for me to deal with you this way, and I am sorry. For some of you guys, it could be you that could be apologizing to someone, or maybe a child, okay, or maybe even to yourself about situations. All right, but it could be a person that's behind the scenes, if not to your face, apologizing about the things that they've done to you. It could be talking about, you know, talking about these things to themselves about what they've done, okay, and how they're sorry, and maybe they don't know how to come forward. But for some of you guys, you may get it, you you might be getting an upfront apology from someone. Okay, does say I warn myself not to speak, and sometimes I speak and then I realize I don't want to say anything at all. I warn you, don't say anything, because I will hurt too, and I don't want to hear that I'm hurting. I do love you, but I don't want to hear that you're hurting me and hurting me and hurting me, and I don't want to hear it. Okay, so some of you guys, this person realizes that, you know, this person is going to see the error of their ways one day. It could be you that sees this. It could be a child. It could be a parent. It could just be someone that's really, really close to you. Okay. All right. So is there anything else before we move on? Because I'm hearing someone speaking about negative energy, Joe in January, and all this negativity as well. It does say the person felt like they wanted to give you that and was with themselves. How could they do that? Now they've realized they're subjected to the nervousness or the problems of yours, or even people telling them off, like, why are you cursing your child or your daughter or your son because you never got what you never got in your personal life or in your private life or in your feelings. All the time in your feelings, you feel like you need to hurt someone else. Study being a better person or parent. Study being a better mother or father. Study being that. It says war is there with the parents right now, dealing with them because they have never given their children a good adult relationship with them, or even a good parenting as they were children. It says some of you were suffering as children. Some of you were suffering mentally, verbally, and physically, maternally, externally as children. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys can resonate with this message. Okay, you know, now that you're adults and seeing what's going on. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Says, I love myself too much to hurt, and I'm never going to hurt again over that woman. I never needed to hurt. I see war. I always saw war. When I saw war, I saw this woman not loving me right. I never saw her give me enough. I never saw her give me enough. And when I say I war with myself, I war so much to the point where I can't take it. I do see beneficial energies where I may have been jealous, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the fact that she hurt me, and I'm tired of feeling hurt. So some of you guys feel like your parent done you wrong, or someone hurt you. You know, it does say it could be a friend for some of you guys, or an adult person that never looked after you right when you was young, or a person that warred with you as you grew older, or a person that was warring with you when you was a little girl or a little boy. It does say people out there don't trust you, but it does say people will understand you. It does say good karma will come to your mind and things will change. Your love life is settling and good karma is coming. And now release yourself from sin, nervousness, and jealousy, because problems was there attacking you and breaking you down and making you see wrath, or making you see sin, or making you see nervousness, and holding you to that perspective for you to try yourself and harm yourself. You will never see those problems again once you are released from the negative mind of others and people's perspective. It says God knows you are loved. Protect yourself and see yourself as love. Jesus wants you to believe that you are loved and you'll always be loved. Love yourself and protect your mind. Okay, it says tame that there, hone it in and tame that there. All right, so let's see what's okay, more wants to come. It says I'm judging you today though, because you've got to self-judge yourself too. So some of you guys have to self-judge yourself as well. It says you've got to tell yourself off for things that you have done, sins possibly, or even things that you taught yourself to do and you didn't know whether you should have done it right or wrong. It says some of you guys need to look into that and what you're doing currently right now to harm yourself and others. Some of you guys need to see what you're doing to hurt each other and stop hurting each other, and love each other instead of warring with each other. Believe you have better news instead of warring with each other. And warring with each other is not going to help the situation. Deal with your wraths, or deal with my tongue. I am God, and I am human, and I am man, and I'm also ether. I'm also the weather. I'm also eternal practices in the church. I am there and I'm everywhere. You warn yourself that you have better news when you are warning yourself to be a better person. Wow, this is a lot of information, but yes, you know, sometimes we do need to check ourselves as human beings. Like, are we giving it out too much? You know, like complaining that someone else did it and not checking ourselves. You know, sometimes you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself, so to speak. All right, not just watching what other people are doing, but also checking yourselves too. Okay, so That's the balance of life. It says good karma will come to those that do this and balance out their minds, their hearts, their dignity, their singleness, and their sperms. When they balance out their sperms, it says people like you need to balance out your sperms, wondering where you're going with a lot of different boyfriends, girlfriends, or maybe even eternal mind games to play women. It says, mind you, a lot of men keep trying to harm women these days, and we are warning them to stop doing this. Stop giving out your sperm like it is worth nothing. It is warred with. It is warred with. It has problems. People will take it, use it, and make you feel like you are dying of laughter, and then you are turning around beating on yourself, harming yourself, hurting yourself, or laying down laws that you should have done this, and practicing good karma by telling everyone that this is the way it should be done, warning everyone that this is the new trend or the new fashion. It says it is not, and you need to war with yourself too, because you will not have any good karma from my raft. Woo, it looks like God is here, honey, ready to tell somebody off. Okay, so those of you that are doing that, all right, it's coming up. All right, this is probably for a cross watchers, you know, cross watchers as well. So it's cross watcher kind of reading as well as Gemini reading. Okay, does say people are going to warn you though, don't speak, because you don't need to hear everything that's going on. But it does say try to warn yourself, not everything is yours. Give yourself better news and love yourself, and don't speak about people that you don't understand. Give yourself good karma and love yourself. Don't speak about people that you don't understand. Okay, so, and as it says, take what you like and leave the rest. Not everything is going to resonate with you. Some information is going to resonate with some Geminis more than others. Some information is going to resonate with the cross watchers that are looking in and checking out your reading for whatever reason, because they've got your star sign in their birth charts, okay, or because they are looking at the Geminis for whatever reason. And every Gemini has different personalities, just like every star sign has different personalities in their star sign. Okay, so let's see what's going on with those. It's still not finished, honey. Someone is in. It says someone here is nervous but wants to conquer you. And it says someone is building a structure around your world. It says worldly things are about to take place. It says certainly not going to make you feel like bad news is going to come always. But my world, it is going to change, and my world is going to change, and my world is going to change. So someone here is trying to take ownership to change things in the world, honey. Or a group of people are doing this, all right? And it does say many of them. It says mostly men and females, but men right now are coming in to change the world in great news. It says most of you are going through bad experiences, but mind you, these men are not that great. It says most of them are going to laugh or even die off, or maybe even care less about you, but they're wondering about their bad moods and their bad lucks that they're getting right now, and they're seeing sin and negative energy and nervousness that they don't want. It says probably solve each other's problems and never come back again is what they need to do to the females that they don't need to speak to because they've harmed them. It says most of you will see better news come, and you will see good times come ahead of you, and your love life will never suffer. It will always be great. It says when I release my negative karma, I'm never going to give myself good news, but I warn myself I'm going to get better news. Okay, now this could be Gemini men at the moment, I'm hearing, and it does say some of you guys that have good karma don't want to hear bad news, but you do have great news coming in your world, in your personal world, and in your love life. It says suddenly you realize you have better news in your love life to change things and give yourself good love lives, as well as just worldly things in other ways in your love life, according to your life, like, you know, the way you love yourself, so to speak. It says many things will change, and you don't have to see us anymore in a bad way, because wrath is here of God. It says people will not tell you, but the wrath of God is here, and you'll see bad news come in many shapes and forms. If you don't witness it, it says it's coming to you, or if you have witnessed it, it says it's a pass. You've given yourself a pass, or we've given you a pass now. We're moving past you to deal with other members of your family or people around you. We are coming in with vengeance and war to help people change their mind and sort out their mentalities. We are living for today and not for tomorrow, but bad news is going to occur for anyone that doesn't want to change their mind about what we've said. The wrath of God is upon us, and we are dealing with it. All right, so let's see what's going on with your work. Work is, oh, someone don't want me to talk about work. It says, I know because the spirit is telling me off. I need to tell you to stop speaking about God in a bad way and give yourself God in a good way. It says God is here to punish those that are not speaking about it in a good way. Many of you Geminis do worship some type of God, or even prayers, or even rituals. It does say many times over you say sentences and bad things, or maybe even tarnish your reputations by causing yourself harm. It says loads of you are going through eternal crisis right now to deal with mental health or problems in police cars or negative stations. It says many of you are dealing with God's wrath, and we are dealing with you now. If you don't want to hear us, we are dealing with you now. It says you have to give yourself better news and stop worrying about who you are. It says your neighbors, your friends, problems with people are always there, but you will never hear bad news again. It says you are warning yourself, don't give yourself bad news. So love yourself enough to say, I am releasing myself from negative energy and I don't want to hear bad news, especially for those of you that have been getting the stick and not really giving it much. You know, sometimes people don't give it out until they get it, you know. It's like, you know what that lady says, what's her name, Candy Burris, she says, start something and there will be something, or something like that. She says something about starting something. If you don't start something, then there won't be nothing, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know, so don't start the drama first and there will be no drama. Okay, so because obviously people like to protect themselves. They're not just going to sit down and be abused and treated badly. Okay, it does say a lot of you do feel like bad news comes when men are giving you abuse as well, and without even knowing. It doesn't say all of you, but it says some of you guys. All right, so don't take it the wrong way, honey. So some of you guys will feel like, you know, bad news is coming to you, you know, and then not really speak about it. It says you do have to speak about it in a way where you are trying not to push your luck, or even trying not to hurt another person, but then realize that someone's hurting you so much that you can't move on or come out of it, that you stay in it and then you deal with it in your own way, but you're not happy. It says don't do that to yourself, Gemini. Always find a way to support your ideas and push past it, even if you have to steal your memory back from a person that doesn't want to speak to you in a bad way, but wanted to hurt you and wanted to give you great gravity of good news, but never knew how to, and wanted to punish you and wanted to put you behind a police station, or even give you bad news of karma. It says you never had to deal with that, and you had to deal with something that was going to be good to you. It says bad news is upon us, but never with us all the time. So give yourself better news and laugh. You have trial and error to deal with, but you also have good news to come upon you. All right, so can I talk about work now, Spirit? Thank you. All right, work for Geminis. Okay, let's see. So it says someone is behind closed doors, peeking on you and solving your problems, and even laughing at you at times and not really speaking. It says, mind you, you have spoken words into your existence that are going to war with others and tell them to stop what they're doing and move on, making sure that they never speak to you again. So some of you guys are working on something behind closed doors to make sure people don't war with you again. Okay. It also says you're keeping very private about things that you're doing right now, not wanting to know that everyone knows your business, keeping very prioritized and very private in your working, your duties, and probably not even wanting to show the boss, for some of you guys, what you are doing, but maybe wanting to see that you have problem solves, and maybe even seeing that you have cleaned up your act, or maybe even seeing that you don't even work with a person no more and wondering how they're doing. So some of you guys are wondering how they're doing and see that you don't have to deal with anyone, but you do war with them at times and wonder where it's going. You want to see happiness and you want to see guilt-free pleasures. You want to see personally good traits and good karma come to you. So you wonder if good karma will come, and you do love yourself and you will see better news to come. Okay, I see two people looking out in different directions. Like you could be looking out in one direction, another one could be looking in another direction, and I'm hearing, where is this person? Where are they? Both of you could be looking for each other, or some of you could be looking out for each other right now, pretending that nothing is set in stone, but still warning each other that there's trouble out there, but still praying that you have each other's backs, and also warning yourself that better things is out there to come. It says trial and error is there, people are there, police are there, but warning yourself not to speak and having better news. It says troubles in my mind have been delicate and I don't want to deal with bad news. I'm not going to see myself in bad ways, and I don't want to see bad news come to me. I warn myself that my mum is going to be better off for me. For some of you guys that are dealing with a nice mum, a good mum, a very certain mum, and a loving mum, This person is going to practice good karma, helping you and studying things in your life to look into and support you, whether she's there or not. It says spirit is there, so God will push her to make sure that she is loving you, and she does love you. She does love you, and she does want you to know, stop worrying and stop making fun of her, or stabilizing her with credits of bad news. It says you have to build upon yourself and trust yourself. It says she does not want you to see that you are in trouble or in a bad way. She wants to see you in a good way, and she'd rather see you in a good way than a bad way. It says sometimes you may trouble her mind and maybe think, what the hell is going on in the back of her mind? And she's thinking, well, what the hell is going on in yours? I've tried to raise you better than this, and I don't want to hear bad news. It says some of you guys are believing that you have better news with your person, and you don't want to see her, but you are studying and you are working very hard right now. And you want to know that you can study and work hard to make more abundance come into your life and support yourself and your families. It says, I have made sure that I had to push you aside or even push you out the way to make sure I get good news. It says suddenly I realize I have better news when I'm supporting myself, and I don't mean to push you aside or be mean. I just know that I have better news without you there, always hovering over my shoulder and telling me it's going to be okay or it's not okay, or that I should do this or do that. It says some of you guys know that you have good news with your money, and maybe even with your wine, or maybe even with your wife. It says some of you guys know that you have better news living for today and not for today, or even doing things in the daytime that are going to help support you or even surprise you with shocks. It says some of you guys may be building, practicing good karma and shocking yourself at the same time at how wonderful it is making you feel. It says a lot of you guys are making sure you make fun of the situation, hounding in on your own troubles or making jokes out of it. It says a lot of you guys are working on yourself and doing great by God in your own way. So certainly wouldn't want to see you stressed, but you have better news to work on yourself and live for yourself and have great success. Ooh, Gemini, that was a lot of information. All right. So let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, it's not letting me stop. It says you know that you have problems with people, and it says I don't want to hear you don't. I've been watching you and I don't want to see you have bad news. So I'm conquering you and making sure you have better news now. You study the law, or you study the police, or you study witness protection. You wonder what's going on with us, and you wonder what's going on with them, and I wonder who's going to harm you. I don't want to know that you're going to be harmed, and I'm warning you, don't speak, because you still have bad news in your mind, and I'm troubled in my mind to tell you off. You should stop speaking about bad news. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. So someone's telling you to stop speaking about bad news. Stop, thinking about bad news. Okay, sometimes bad news can be things that you are personally doing in your life as well that will make you worry and think about things of that nature, like what could be the outcome. All right, it says I know this, that you've been doing this, and I don't want to see you in a punishment, so I'm warning myself, don't speak. You're not going to have any punishment as long as I have anything to do with it, and I carelessly make sure anyone feels my wrath. Whoever wants to feel it, come and get it, because I'm going to harm whoever harms my child, and whoever's going to harm my child, they're going to get it. For some of you guys, you may have a parent that has passed, or a person that's not there anymore but does not want to see you hurt. It may even be a policeman or an armed force officer. It does say you have great news when you do drink your wine, or even purchase good karma in your mind, or maybe even laugh because you have better news. It says warning, you don't always have good news, but this time you do, because I'm warning you. I can take you back and say you have bloody good karma, because you're not coming with me, but you're not coming with them either. You're not going with anyone. You've got great news in your mind to support yourself, and your worth is more than you could even imagine. Wow, that was a lot of information is coming out. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your business for Gemini's business. Gemini. Okay, war with your mind. It says you're not troubling me with your business. You've got better news than anyone. Sort it out. Okay, so someone's like, sort it out. You got better news than anyone. It says I like you because you always know how to come on board and sort out what it is you want. Certainly working on your mind, certainly working on your strengths, certainly working on war with your mind and things that you want to do. It says you have better news to study and give yourself better news to war. I realize that you're warring with yourself not to speak to me because you are giving yourself better news. So someone's also watching your business as well and realizing that you're trying to give yourself better news. It does say people don't want to see you anymore, because I personally wanted them to see you, but I'm realizing something. You're giving yourself better news to make sure you bring in a lot of money. So someone's watching you, you know, and didn't realize that you're trying to do something that's going to change the course of your life, and maybe even help the person that's watching you as well. You know, if they're nice enough to, you know, be there for you in a nice way, maybe you might give them a little something out of what it is that you're doing. It says, I realize this, but I didn't want to speak, and I see that this person is going to be abundantly successful one day if she only holds her own and gives herself to God and said, I can do it. It says, problem solved. I will never curse you, because I see you're on your way to something that's great or successful, something that's going to tarnish me one day if I don't compete with you or pray that it doesn't work. But maybe, just maybe, if I'm nice, you will give me some of this. So someone's kind of following you and watching you, may have been nasty to you before in the past, but kind of watches you in some way where they're seeing that you're doing something good and realizing that they need to study you in a way where they stop tarnishing your reputation or stop bringing you down or cursing you in some way, because you're trying to do something that's going to bring in a whole heap of money. It says, what a way to work the situation out. I never knew that I could move secretly and even look into stealing from you if I could, or taking from you, but I thought about it. What if this person's going to grant me some blessings someday if I need it and support me? What if this person's going to give me all that I need to support myself one day and I never realized it? You never told me you was giving yourself so much good karma, but then I realized one day I need to stop what I'm doing, because what if she's actually going to make this happen and I'm bruising her and making her confidence feel low and making her see that I'm not timing the situation enough to take care of my own problems, but I'm giving her my problems. It does say people have been watching you and listening to what you have to say and probably don't want to hear that you have bad news, or even the way you wear your hair, dress, wash, whatever it is. Take care of yourself, and don't really take care of yourself because you're stressed, because you're trying to work on something. It says, I see this now, and I'm not stupid. I see that you're really working on something that's going to be better off without me giving you stress. So I'm going to let you work on it and see how much you actually bring in and make to give me good karma and help me. Because when I was young, I didn't get none. But now I realize you're giving me better news. Laughing and joking is not going to help you. Making fun of you with my friends or even people around me is not going to help me. But I need to give you better news and stop working against you and work with you. According to the law of attraction, you're building something that's better off without them. Yeah. But it says you're building something that could be worthwhile in the end to support them. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on with your love life, Gemini. Wow. Gemini loves you so much that they can't believe that you're doing such a great job. Okay. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with an earth sign. Okay. I'm also seeing some work coming in for you guys in the near future too. All right. It does say you don't like the job you do sometimes, but you've got to do it to pay the bills or make ends meet. Some of you really feel like your beneficial officers are there punishing you and getting on your nerves. It says a lot of you are thinking about work mostly and not really your relationship. A lot of you guys are feeling like work is something you need to do and not speak about any love right now, because you are working on certain things for your family. It says mainly because you are trying to avoid the struggles and you don't want to deal with the lack. Most of you are dealing with some kind of struggle in your own mind, maybe mentally, if not physically or materially. But it does say some of you guys are dealing with a lot of stress. It does say you don't need to. Just warn yourself you have better news. Strive for attention with your person. Give yourself support with your neighbor, your friend, a person around you, or people that have pissed you off. Try to avoid them. Warn them that you're not dealing with them, or push them aside and leave them out. It says mainly give yourself good karma and speak better news into your existence. Tell yourself that you have great news. Warn yourself that you have better news. Love yourself and give yourself to God and say you did it. You gave yourself better news. Okay. What's going on with the singles? Singles are great at this. It says loving yourself is going to be good, and warn yourself not right now is a person that's going to be there for me. I understand I don't need a partner right now, but I will be single for a while until I want one, and I don't mind dealing with things that I've got to do to make sure that I'm looking good, feeling good, working on greatness, and traveling, and possibly even supporting my ideas. Sponsorships, work, karma, blessings, all these great things I'm working on so I can see my beneficial outcome grow. Okay, so let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Those in a relationship are seeing problems not there anymore, and problems are guilt-free or pleasure-less at times. Some of you guys want more, some of you guys want less. Some of you guys feel like a person is around you but not really saying much to you these days, or is supporting you but not really giving you enough time in your mind to think about what you want to do as an individual. It says sometimes your partner wants your attention, and a whole heap of it at that, a whole lot of it. It says most of all, you guys want a lot of time to yourself, and you want to see your partner less and less, or maybe you want to stay away from them sometimes, or maybe even give them time in their mind to see that you are there, and sometimes you are not there. Some of you guys are dealing with your partner that doesn't want to see you ongoing, and some of you guys are dealing with your partner that does want to see you ongoing. It does depend on what Gemini it is. It says most of you guys love your person and really want to hone in on good karmic blessings. It does say plenty of sex and love making is something you do. Communication is an issue, but some of you guys are working on it. Supporting each other's ideas, peeing each other off, and information that you've dealt with from the past. It says it's not really worth it. Justifying yourself with good karma is something that you're loving. Maybe even missing them sometimes because you're not really around them as often, and maybe even meant to see that you want beneficial things in regards to not getting them, like sex, and not really saying much to the person. Some of you guys may be dealing with a person that's just giving you pure pleasure and nothing else, but some of you guys are getting yourself in good karmic relationships and loving yourself as much as possible. So let's see what's going on. What's going on with the marriages for Gemini. Gemini loves you, and it says you love Gemini. For the person that is with them, it says most of you are giving yourself good relationships, ideally supporting your spouse or partnership, loving your friends and your family, wanting to see each other from time to time, dealing with each other ongoing, and playing with each other and worshipping each other, wanting to know that you can spend a lot of time giving each other good times. One day at a time, it says we can work on things one day at a time. It says I will work with you if you work with me, and I certainly want to work with you. You're my honey, you're my sweet pie, you're my darling. It says most of you will call your partner babes or cuteness or some type of cute phrase. It says love is there right now to deal with your person in positive ways, and always giving gifts to satisfy each other, taking each other out, seeing partners on the road, walking past, and seeing plenty of good news. It says supporting this idea is something that you like, and seeing that in your own love life is something that you want to. For some of you guys that are not having the greatest news in your marriage right now, it says some of you are dealing with stress and bad news. Some of you are dealing with poverty or poorness or even nervousness or negativity. Some of you guys are dealing with weather changes or problems with the law of attraction not gifting you what it is that you want. It says you support your partner, but your partner doesn't hear you. For some of you guys, it doesn't say they're not listening, but they may not be listening at times in a way that you are understood. It says maybe they hear you, but they don't understand you. And it does say you have to believe that you have great news, understanding your person. It says it's not going to work long if it doesn't last in a way that it can work forever. It does say you will work on this and make sure you take up ownership and opportunities in your love life to support your mind and bless your partner. It says most of us are doing great, and I want to know that I can take the time out with my partner and go on a date. I really want to go out with my person. Will you date me? Oh, so that sounds like you guys could be, working on things in your relationships. That's beautiful. All right, so let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm hearing something about weather changes. All right, so let's see what's going on with individuals. Aries and Gemini. Aries and Gemini. Aries and Gemini. Aries does not want to speak to Gemini. Gemini wants to speak to Aries and does not want to see that it's not going to happen. You told me we were going to do something and promised me that it was going to work out. When is it going to happen? I need to speak to you. It says Aries is lying or not telling the truth, or wants to come forward but doesn't really know how to, and wants to know that they can sponsor you but doesn't see themselves in a very good way right now. Supporting you is not going to be able to do. Mind you, they could be not feeling well or feeling poor, broke, or maybe even sad that something's not working out in their favor. It says, trust me, they do love you, but they're supporting something in a whole different way, or in another way of problem solving or dealing with their mental stress or their time. Okay, it says mainly their time is something that they need to solve, or maybe even money for some of them, or maybe even people ticking them off or getting on their nerves. Right, Taurus and Gemini. Taurus doesn't mind spending the night with you, or pleasing you and settling the differences and telling you that they did see you in a good way and love you. They do not want to hurt you, and they don't want to see you in a bad way, and they do want to sponsor you, supporting your ideas and pleasing yourself. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Gemini and Gemini. Gemini hates you, at times doesn't want to feel good about you, is jealous of you and is nervous, doesn't want to see that you're bloody off without them because you are great with them. It says both of you can be friends at times and be mean at times to each other, but both of you love each other so much at times that you can't ignore each other, and will spend time alone this week or this month feeling like you've got to work it out with each Gemini and solve your problems. Okay, it says, please continue to speak about it, because I want to hear that great news comes to me all the time, and I wonder if I can hear that good news comes to me and my person. I want to see them again, and I'm not sorry about things that I did, but I don't know how to support my ideas. I plead guilty in my mind, and I'm sorry that I hurt them. Okay, all right, let's see what's going on with Cancerian. Cancer doesn't mind seeing you in a good way. They do not want to see you in a bad way. They wonder if you want anything that's going to help you get over a problem or a situation. They want to hone in on success and even see that they can take you back in your mind and say, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you change? Did you change something? Did you sponsor the idea that I was trying to tell you? Did you do it? Did you change the way you was going to be? Did you change the way you were speaking? Did you change the way you wanted to become? Did you change? I want to sponsor the change. I'm going to be the change. Do you want to be the change? I could be the change if you want to be the change. Did you sponsor me? Did you give it to me? Do you want this? Do I want it? Hell yeah, only if you want it too, but you have to sponsor the change. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leo. Leo does mind seeing you and doesn't want to see it at the same time too, but doesn't really want to know that everything's going to be working well for you. It says you don't have great news with a Leo, or a Leo doesn't have that best news with you, but they do see that you're probably going to give yourself better news if you love yourself, and no matter what, give yourself that, because they can always harm you, hurt you, or steal your identity or your mind or even your friendship at times, but may not want to see that you're going to be in a great way. They say they see their problems and they're working through them, and they support the idea of you pleasing yourself or passing you on to a personal traitor. It says problems are there with Leos right now, dealing with their minds, their emotions, and their problem solving are not good. They need to see that their war is not yours, and they're yours in their mind in the ways that they see you, because they have similar issues to you or problems like you. They don't want to deal with theirs, but they want to see you go through yours. Oof. So let's see what's going on with Virgos. Virgos don't care about you as much as they want to. They really do want to believe that you have problems in your mind, or trial and error, or situations where you can change and give yourself back to God and say you did something better. Says you don't have to speak to me, but I don't have to speak to you, but you probably have problems worse than mine, and I see you've got bad news coming. If you want to deal with me, you've got to deal with them, and I really don't want to deal with you, but I can see you have bad news coming. You could deal with me if you want to, but I'm never going to see you again in the way that you want me to. So if you want to please me, you come and get me, but I'm not going to give you what you want, so you can move on and let your soul reap what comes to it, because I will punish you and give you bad news. Wow, very negative energy. Gosh. All right, so let's see what's going on with Libra and Gemini. Libra doesn't care about you as much as they do. They wonder what's going on with you, and they wonder if you're okay. Really don't want to hear that they have bad news. Don't want to hear that they don't have anything to hide or even give you. They really want negative energy, and they don't know how to love you in the right way, and they'll soon find out how to give you better news and work on that. They don't want to see bad enemies come to them either, and they don't want to see problems solved, but they will see better things come in the near future if you support them, or even support your mind and say you did it, you move past the problem. Okay, what's going on with Scorpios and Geminis? Scorpio doesn't mind seeing you and does want to see you at times, but doesn't really want to hear that you're always off with them, nervous with them, or negative with them. It says try to warn yourself that better news is coming with them. You can give yourself to them in a way that you're going to have problem solve, or people there in a nice way. It says nice way because I want to help you and solve your problems. I don't want to see bad news. I want to see good news. So I'm going to support you in better ways. See yourself as a friend to me and not as a nervous wreck. I don't want to deal with you in a mad way. I want to see you in a good way, not a jealous way, a nervous way, or a problematic way, but good news, and only good news if you can support that. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Okay, wait a minute. Scorpio is chiming in. So Scorpio doesn't want to leave you, and it does say Scorpio needs you and wants you and doesn't want to hear you with anyone else. Doesn't want to see you in a bad way, but does love you and wants to personally come forward and apologize for something that they did to you or even hurt you, saying or even speaking, and they wonder if they should do this, and they are saying that they need to come soon. Okay, so what's going on with Sag? Sag doesn't want to stay away from you, but doesn't feel good about it right now. Doesn't want to hear bad news. Doesn't want to hear good news is coming to you and not to them. It says you always want to see yourself in a good way and don't want to see me in a bad way. Okay, it does say you feel like you want to see me in a bad way, but I feel like I don't feel that way. I don't feel like you want me in a good way, and sometimes I hear myself telling myself off that you don't want to see me in a good way. You would rather see me hurt, destroyed, killed, murdered, dead, or even left aside on the side of the road to be hurt, mentally restricting yourself from having good karma in your own way, because I would never allow you to pick on me in a way that you do. You probably pick on me worse than anyone else, or make me feel like you have to have, men and women following you like you're charged up in your mind about it, like you've got great things about you. It says you know that you could hurt someone and really hurt them to the point you're hurting yourself. Do you realize that? It says you probably are going to give yourself bad news one day when you don't speak about great things coming to yourself and leave me alone. It says you need to leave yourself in a way where you can trouble your mind, support your ideas, pee off, leave me alone, and sex someone else or send someone else bad news. It says your ideas of negativity is something that you don't need from me. You need to look into yourself, your shadow, your demons, your worshippers, your whining, your moaning, your pretending energy, and your false mask, and pee off. Oh dear. All right. So Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn? Capricorn hates you and doesn't want to date you or see you. Doesn't want to wear you thin with anything that they've got going on. Doesn't want to see you're mature, happy, or even maternally blessed. Doesn't want to hear you've got great news or even problems to solve. Doesn't even want to hear that you've got children in your life or even happiness. Doesn't want to hear you've got great things going for yourself and does not want to see you with anyone else. Doesn't want to date you though, but doesn't want to see you with great news of success with your work, your life, your marriage, your kids, your family. Doesn't want to see any of that. Just does not want to see you. Oh dear. All right. So what's going on with Aquarius? Aquarius doesn't want to care about you as much as they're jealous of you and trying to put you down and push you in a police car if they could, or even harm you or hurt you or making you feel bad. It says problems are there with people that don't want to see you harmed or hurt, but I will. It says I probably would hurt you or make you feel bad. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you in, and I'm not letting you out my sight. I know I could hurt you and make you feel sad, but what if I need to stop this and I really need to think about what I'm doing because I'm nervous right now? My problems are my own. People are telling me off. Diamonds in my mind are there speaking about what I should do and give to a female, or maybe even a man, feeling like I want to help him to solve his problems and I want to give him good karma. It says mind games are there, Geminis, with the Aquarius people, and the Aquarius people don't want to hear that they've got great news coming. It says, mind you, most of them want to see bad news, whereas most of them want to see bad news and majority of them want to see bad news. It says most definitely nearly all of them want to see bad news, but conquering good karma with them is going to be easy if you feel like you've got bad news to match theirs and give them bad news to apply to your ideas and to your victories of bad news. Oh my goodness. Pisces, what's going on with Pisces? Okay. Oh my goodness, it looks like they're avoiding something. It says Pisces will never give you anything. Pisces is warning you, stay away from me. Don't call me, don't text me, stay away. I'm warning you, come any closer and you're going to be a mad woman or man. You're going to be mad at this. It says don't get close. If you know you can't handle it, move on. Ooh. Oof, oof, oof. All right. Let's see what's going on with your angel messages. So. Okay, I think some of these need to go the right way up. Okay. Oh, this one is dying to come out, honey. It says heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so that card seems like it needs to come out in some way. You've got to speak some feelings to someone here, or they need to speak some feelings to you. Remember, there's some people that want to speak about how they feel or how they've been treating you as well, Gemini. So it could be that. It could also be that you guys could be sorting out your relationships as well. So it says, child, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Remember, there was information about children in this reading today, as well as parents and parenting. Okay. All right. It says, comfort, Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. All right. Universal messages. Okay. All right. It says, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth, which came out in reverse. So some of you guys need to, maybe speak some truths to someone, or someone needs to speak some truths to you. There was some energies there with someone that was trying to be more honest about the way they've been treating you. So could be that. Okay. Angel messages. Angel cards. Number 2. What am I talking about? Angel numbers. Number 2. Number 26, number 54, number 55, number 31, number 7, number 17, okay, number 3, number 8, and number 33. So that was your numbers and your reading, Gemini. I will speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.